Hello children, I am Jyoti Kudagi, your chemistry teacher from St. Joseph English Medium School, Vijaypur. Today we'll start with the new topic, combustion and flame. So in this topic, we are going to learn about what is combustion, basic needs, how to extinguish fire, the igneous temperature, inflammable combustion, rapid and spontaneous combustion, zones of candle flame, explosion, fuel, fuel efficiency, global warming, and we are going to learn acid rain. So let us start with our topic today. In this class, we are going to learn about combustion, basic needs of combustion, how to extinguish fire. So children, we use different kinds of fuel for various purposes at our home. For industries and even for running out of the automobiles, we use a fuel. Can you able to give me some example of a fuel where we use in our daily life? Yes, your guessing is right. We use many fuels like petroleum, diesel, LPG, cow dung, wood, coal, kerosene, CNG, that is compressed natural gas. So children, among these fuel, you know that some fuels will give out the flame and some fuels will burn without the flame. In generally, flame or burning to give the flame is said to be a combustion. Let us know the meaning of combustion. The burning of a fuel where it reacts with oxygen to create heat and light energy. Children, combustion is what? It is a process of burning of a fuel in presence of the oxygen. Very important. So, combustion will take place in presence of oxygen, then to release, to create light and heat energy. So, this process we call it as a combustion. For example, if we burn candle, we need to lit up with the mastic. In presence of oxygen, the candle give the flame, then it release out the heat energy. Then, what are the basic needs for the process of combustion? Children, here the major necessary condition for fire to burn is the presence of oxygen, the presence of fuel, and the third one is the temperature to reach flash point. So as I given the example earlier, that burning of the candle, if we lit up with the mastic, so mastic is what? The fuel. And the candle is also a substance which is going to be burned. In presence of oxygen, we need to, lit up the candle, means the temperature need to provide for the candle to give off the flame. So these what the necessary conditions required for the burning. If there is no oxygen, then the combustion will not take place. And if there is no fuel or the temperature, then even the combustion will not take place. So these are the major three conditions for the combustion. Just imagine that, yes, in presence of oxygen, that is fuel, we need something, substance or material to burn, to help the process of burning. Then these substance will burn and produce the light or heat energy. Then the combustion will take place. So here, combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat or light energies is called combustion. So we now understand that fire be seen with the help of the above, means the basic necessary conditions like oxygen, temperature and fuels. We will have the question that what will you do if you see a uncontrolled fire? So if there is any substance which is burned, accidentally, then how do you going to be controlled? So here, how to extinguish fire? Here, extinguish nothing but put out of a fire. The answer to that question is so simple. Fire can only burn with presence of oxygen, fuel, and if temperature is above flash point. So it is very easy that to extinguish fire, remove away any of these. If there is no oxygen, if there is no fuel, if there is no temperature for the substance to burn, then definitely we can control the fire. For example, draining the access of oxygen means removing of or stop supplying of the oxygen to the substance. If fire is on a woman's body, we should cover him tightly with a blanket like that on the picture below. So here in the picture shown that if the man get a fire, then we need to cover a blanket tightly wrapped around his body. What happens if we wrap the blanket to the person? It stops supplying of the oxygen for the combustion. Okay, so as you know that combustion will take place only in presence of the oxygen. If there is no oxygen, then combustion will not take place, isn't it, children? So we need to stop supplying of the oxygen to the person or to the substance which is going to be burned. Then second one, by taking away the fuel. So you need to be stop supplying of the fuel. You need to be take away the fuel by it. And third one, by decreasing the temperature below flash point. If you not given supplying of the fuel, then there will not be a temperature. So this can be done by pouring water over the fire. And you may ask me another question that what will you do if the fire is caused by an electric short circuit? Means If the fire is on electric appliances, how do you are going to control it? In such a case, do not try to extinguish it with water. Instead, as water may come in contact with electric shock, which could lead to a serious injuries or even death. Because as we know that from water we can generate the electricity. So instead of that, we need to use a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. So children, I hope you understood the that if in case of fire is caused on an electric short circuit, you need to use a fire extinguisher. Instead, don't use water on the substance or on the electric appliances, because water will it will conduct electricity, so it may be a chances of electric shock. So children, so in this class we had learned about what do you mean by combustion, necessary conditions for the combustion, and how do we control fire in emergencies. So in our next class, we are going to study about types of combustion. Thank you.